Hello, Crystal here from the Lesbian Network. I'm thirsty. Okay, I'm getting ready to step in a big pile of dew. Alright. The outlesbiannetwork.com, that's the outlesbiannetwork.com. I'm going to post more about this topic. What is the topic? Why is it so suspenseful? Because, I got a big pile of, elephant dew in front of me and I'm getting ready to step in it. You're too funny. Alright. Is the Out Lesbian Network a separatist? Like, am I a separatist? Is it a symbology of being separate somehow? Well, I'm a lesbian. I'm a woman. So in that, I'm separate from the animal kingdom, for example. I'm not a man. I'm not a mother. I'm not a victim of certain crimes. I'm not, let's just say, there's a lot of things that I'm not. Okay? I'm a lesbian. I'm a woman. So if I don't speak out about every single thing or include every single thing in the world, am I a separatist? I can't fight all battles. I speak out against crimes in my area, date rape druggings that happen to men and women. I stand up for men and women who are violated their property rights by big companies who just come in and take down trees and just, force their way on them and they lose. I stand up for real estate consumers on a daily basis. I have a blog about that, realestateindustrywhistleblower.com. I really do care about people. I really want to see the right thing done to people and people to be treated fair and equal. And I happen to be a woman who loves another woman. I don't hate men. I don't dislike children. I always wanted children. But I decided that I didn't want the constant, I wanted to be the mother to the world instead of to one. And my card is, in the deck of cards, I don't know if any of you folks follow that, but it's Queen of Hearts. And so I just want to help a lot of people, and I want to bring love and comfort and encouraging words to a lot of people. I write about alternative medicine. I'm passionate about cancer cures, and you can cure cancer, even if the FDA likes to email me and threaten me that you can't. You can. The Native Americans did. I'm kin to Native Americans, but I'm not them. I'm not a Native American. Matter of fact, I'm related to Lewis Meriwether, so I was part of the bad stuff that happened. So I'm not a black woman, but I cry at what the black folks went through, slavery, and even the way they were treated in the 60s and the 70s, and even today, when I see some people the way they treat black people, I cringe. I watched The Secret Life of Bees the other day, and it's horrible and sad. And I'm not speaking out for black people's suffrage so much as I do feel kin to it, and it makes me cry, and I wish that it wasn't like that. But what I'm trying to say is that I can't fight all battles. So in that, I guess I am a separatist. So what this is just a little background on where I'm coming from in my world. I'm just, I'm just me. I live in a rural area, I always have. I grew up kind of a loner. I've always kind of been a loner. I'd rather just hang out in the woods alone. I'd rather just kind of be with my partner. I don't really like to hang out with a lot of people. I like to go into other people's worlds and be positive and try to make it better. And then I like to go home. I don't like to just sit around and, I don't know, I guess I'm off topic. But it's going to cause me quite a few battles on the internet. It already has to some extent. And I know I'm not getting to the point. The point of all of this is that the Out Lesbian Network is about lesbians. Go figure. It's about out lesbians and what it takes to be alive in a world as an out lesbian. With your family, with religious persecution, with being a sinner, with them calling us lewd, with the business challenges that come with being a lesbian, the clients we lose when we come out as being a lesbians, all the things that being a lesbian changes in our world and makes it harder. And the Out Lesbian Network is about giving you a big old hug when things like that happen. It's about creating a strong community for lesbians to support other lesbians. It's not about gay men. It's not about transsexuals. It's not about LGBT or whatever they say. I know that everybody kind of had to unite to fight for equality together, for numbers and for money. And I don't have any problem with any of these folks. I'm just saying I don't speak for everybody. I can't come from the point of view of the entire world. And in that, the Out Lesbian Network is not about these other groups of people. You know, F to M and transsexuals and, you know, gay men and all of that. It's not about that. So I do take some heat a little bit already because, you know, some folks like to say, you know, separate can never be equal, but we are separate. We're women. We are not men. I am a lesbian that never wanted to be a man. I never wanted to change my sexual orientation. I always wanted to be a woman. I always wanted to love another woman in that special way, since as far back as I can remember. So I don't relate to being a female wanting to be a male. I don't relate to being, it's not that I can't go there and that I don't respect it and that I don't love those folks, and if I see somebody on the street or, you know, help people, love people, it's not what it's about. I'm not saying that against anybody. I'm sure I'll get some negative comments for some of this stuff, but so in that, I guess the Out Lesbian Network is a separatist because it's about lesbians, by lesbians, for lesbians. I wished it didn't have to be that way. I wish that I could just do business and that I was a woman who either knew my business or didn't. But it's not like that. In the real world, it's about me being a lesbian. It's not about if I'm a smart lady, or if I know my business, or if I can find them, you know, property, like with real estate, or if I know certain health products, or if I can bring you information that would save your life or your family's life. Oh, you're a lesbian. Well, yeah. And then they move on. And a lot of people are good people, and they don't really care about that. But the people that do care about that, the people that do turn on me because I love a woman, I have the same skills I'm bringing to the table. I have the same knowledge or lack of knowledge. I have the same licensing or the same, you know, if not better than the next person. And I strive to be the best I can be. And none of that matters to some of these folks. It just matters, oh, she's a lesbian. Okay, thank you. So the Out Lesbian Network is about the special needs, interests. What happens to lesbians that are out? What happens when our family turns on us? What happens when your kids are taken away from you because you're a lesbian? What happens when society or your neighbor or you get treated as bad in your community or your town? You know, there's a lot of things that are unique to being a lesbian that aren't unique to being a gay man or transsexual or all these other groups. I'm sure that they have their own major issues. And in fact, in my area, you know, even in, well, my lifetime, I'm like almost 40 now, but say even in the last 16 years, I know of men that have come here to be with other men and had guns put to their head. I know that it's really hard to be a gay man, and I honor you out there for wanting to love who you want to love and being persecuted for it. I cringe at the pain that you have suffered. I cringe at the pain that the black folks and the Indians have suffered at the hands of white men. You know, I cry for all of these people. I am so emotional, it's despicable. I mean, I honor it at the same time, but I am very emotional. I feel a lot, and I do feel for you folks, but the Out Lesbian Network is about out lesbians. It's about women loving women. It's not about sex changes. It's not about transsexuals or gay men or all of these little groups that are out there. It's just not about that. And if that offends some people and they need to call me a separatist because of that, then they do. But the world we're living in is about being a separatist on some level.